Hello, my sunflowers. We're going to be talking about Married to Medicine. Of course, we only deal with the highlights of it. You follow it, you know. So, baby Crone, let's just get started.
Well, it started off with, of course, Heavenly. She was coming for Contessa, talking about, she literally said this in quotes to Contessa, "Don't come for me when your chest don't look right."
Now, you know, thinking of that, I would think that Jackie should have said something because, you know, she had a mastectomy done. Is that the right word?
Yes.
And not only that, but I have to say it.
Damon?
No, Dr. The woman.
Oh, Heavenly.
No, not her.
Oh.
The one that sits there who said the insults about Black people.
Oh, Jackie.
Dr. Jackie breasts don't look good either. Okay? I think it's a horrible thing. And I think for Jackie to not even say,
because she said she didn't want to get involved.
How you not going to want to get involved when you up there with the same thing? Mm-hmm. But I would never, ever say anything. But for your friend to say that is rude, it is disgusting. And I feel a way about it because my sister suffered from breast cancer and died. Go ahead, baby.
Yeah, these are not a very good bunch of women, doctors, I should say, because we see at least Sweet Tea and Contessa talking about a side tangent. At least these two, even though Sweet Tea, she's a pharmacy technician, but they definitely, her and Contessa are all about, and Greg, all about health.
And I think that the show should be on what they do for a living. Yes. If it's Married to Medicine, why are we into Married to Mess?
We're married
Instead,
to mess.
We're married to mess, and I love the freshness that Contessa do bring in medicine. Mm-hmm. This mess, and I was horrified to hear, and the way that Dr. What's her name? Dr. Big Mouth.
Oh, Simone Toya.
The way that Dr. Heavenly sat there and looked at Andy and said, "Andy, you don't have a problem with it, do you?" Something to that effect.
Yeah, about what she posted.
So he's agreeing to it. But let it be about Jews.
He said it too.
Let it be. If you talk about me or my peeps, I got an issue with it. You can just drag your people all you want. She drags gays. Mm-hmm. She drags women with mastectomies.
Yeah.
She drags your mama. Mm-hmm. She drag your kids. She'll drag anything that will hurt you. This woman is foul, and her husband follows suit.
Yes.
I'm just disgusted. And I was appalled when she made fun of how dare you? It is nothing anybody could say to me that make me go that low and deal with a brokenness in you. Mm-hmm. Go ahead, baby.
Yes. And her and Contessa were supposed to be friends. Friends like that, you don't need enemies.
You don't need an enemy. With a friend like that, you don't need a devil in your life. That's cruel. This woman is cruel. And then she always do the same thing. "Oh, I'm sorry." You're not sorry.
No.
You're sorry, but you're not sorry. But you are sorry. But you're not sorry.
Sorry you got called out.
You always saying, "I'm sorry." Y'all know how. No, I don't know you. No, we don't know how you are. We just know you're rude and mean.
Yeah.
That's all I know. And that's all you continually show.
That is true.
And allow it. It's despicable. It's despicable to me that here Greg been on this show for years.
Yes.
Y'all gonna turn your back on a man that's turning out to be a thief, a car thief.
Yes.
And welcome that at your table instead of a reputable psychiatrist.
Yes.
You're Heavenly trying to turn him down. We're calling them names. This is disgusting.
Get in the way of his business.
But Andy Cohn don't have a problem with it.
Nope.
As long as it's not him. He made that clear.
Yeah.
Don't come for me. You come for me and mine, your ass is mine. That's what I got.
Yeah, pretty much.
You can mess with them all you want. That's good TV. But it's not good TV for us who's looking at it.
Yeah.
For us melanated people, it is not good TV.
No.
It's horrible. It's horrifying.
It's a bad image.
I'm so over the breast thing. I couldn't believe she said it.
And then, you know, her bestie Quad had to go and attack Sweet Tea, saying you got into Greg's DMs, but yet you can't even give him a baby.
When she having a hard time and she's going to Dr. Jackie for fertility help.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, oh boy, the pot calling the kettle black. I tell you, isn't that something?
Yes.
It seems to me, and I said it again and again, she is so angry. And I really think that, no, she's not jealous. She's envious because Sweet Tea had the life she wants.
Yes, it's clear.
She want to be married to a doctor. No matter what she says, that kind of venom, that is resentment. And that is what envy is. I resent you. And jealousy is, I feel threatened by you. You're going to leave me. You know, I'm jealous. You know, you look prettier than me, so you're going to get all the guys. That's jealousy. But envy is, I resent what you have. I resent how you got it. I resent that you're there. Envy is, I could take your life. That's envy. And jealousy can turn into envy.
Yes, jealousy can turn into envy.
But jealousy and envy are two different things. Don't believe me? Look it up. And even one of the 7 deadlies, it's not jealousy.
Nope, it's envy.
It's envy. So be careful of those that are envious of you. Because they are the ones that will smile in your face and at any given turn take you out. Whether it's physical or mental or soulishly, spiritually, they will take you out. And that's how I see her. She never ceased to argue with this woman. For what reason? She never ceased to go after Greg. For what reason? And now maybe we don't see everything, and we don't hear everything. I can only go by what the producers show. And if they don't do something, it's just heart-wrenching to see this. But the way I understand, I don't think that Sweet Tea is coming back to the show. And that's such a travesty because that means the Mean Girls won.
That meant both her and Greg came to the consensus that we're not welcome.
Only because they in the process of trying to have a baby. She's got 2 years to do it. He's in his late 60s. Well, he's in his mid 60s. He's 66 years old. He looks absolutely fabulous. I think the show is not helping his career at all. And I mean, Quad don't have nothing to do. On again, I don't understand why she's on there. We said it at the same time. Because she's not married to medicine. She's married. She's not even married. She's brought her boyfriend on. And now y'all going to put the boyfriend up. This is ludicrous to me.
It is.
With friends like that, Greg, move on.
Yeah, honestly.
You don't need them.
Yeah, they show.
And Dr. Jackie, why is she sitting up there at what?
I don't know. She's pretty quiet.
She don't say anything. I don't want to get involved. Girl, what? I can't.
On her high horse. Although, of course, you know, she did have to go in there, talk about, I'm not sure about Black mortality, but just talking about how women.
Yeah, she's always trying to clean it up, but deep down inside.
I hear it.
Deep down inside, she has some kind of feeling towards. I'm not going to keep that to myself.
Exactly.
I just don't trust. I used to like Dr. Jack. She never was one of my favorite. But at this point, when she let Heavenly say that, I bet you if Contessa said it to Heavenly, if it was so, she would have said something. I just think even Dr. Simone didn't say anything. No. And these are doctors knowing what women go through, knowing the pain, knowing the sorrow. And they said nothing. I was appalled by that.
Yeah, not very good look for these doctors.
At all.
No, not at all. So the guys came on. Yeah. It was some guy time. Of course, as we've briefly touched about, Greg has talked about how he feels like Heavenly is hurting his business and he's upset about it.
And she is. She called him a P, right?
Yeah, a P file.
Right. And also saying that he doesn't have good ratings that's horrible.
Yes. And then, of course, Damon over here was just like, well, if I was in Greg's shoes, it wouldn't bother me. I wouldn't care less. I bet you wouldn't.
Well, it is bothering him because he's still not over the fact that Greg didn't say, no, he's not a cheater. You're still mad at that.
Still mad.
I can't. And with his teeth. And his wife is a dentist.
Saying.
Speak volumes, right?
It do. However,
kiss that yuck mouth with teeth that look like they fighting with one another.
Yeah, they do.
And then they're going to make a thing about Dr. Contessa's 2 teeth. That ain't bad, you know. Yeah. I'm glad she have her natural teeth. A lot of these people walking around with these veneers in that only last for 8 years. Well, they're expensive. And I hope that when you get older that you can afford, that work is still good for you, that you can afford to spend 30 or whatever, 30,000 or whatever it costs to get veneers in. Even so many people are suffering with them, even DDG. White teeth, my dentist said that's not natural. I even asked him, I said, would you do it? He said, no, I wouldn't file my teeth down, my perfect teeth down to get veneers. Are you crazy?
I don't know who thought of that.
All their teeth are jacked up just to have a fake white. And the whiteness is so white, it don't even look real. It's crazy.
It's crazy how
whoever set that trend. We're going to see how this is going to work out in the next 10 years with people with veneers.
Yeah, for real.
And I thought they were permanent. I thought they would like what have you when you get implants? Like you get implants, because I have implants. So I thought that you got to keep implants up too. You got to keep your teeth clean, and you got to keep it's a lot of work with this stuff. But I don't think the implants come out because it's implanted in your bone. So, but veneers, they glued onto your good tooth. Good God Almighty.
What's left of your good tooth?
What left of it? That's a shame before God that somebody will go in because you want white teeth. It is easy to get them bleached and get braces. But I went on a tangent because I'm a tooth person. If you know me, I'm about mouth care. If you knew that about me. Go ahead, baby Clone.
Yes. So with the guys, I mean, there really wasn't much going on with the guys. It was pretty much Damon versus G. The real tea happened, pun intended, was behind the screen when the ladies were watching the guys talk, because Quad was still standing up there running her mouth, and Toya was just like, T, you need to stand and defend your husband. You're doing all this and he's making himself look bad.
The girls got into a powerful argument in the back.
Yes.
In the back. Oh, they couldn't even sit there and listen to the men without them coming into a brawl.
Yes.
Dr. Simone and Heaven. I mean, Dr. Simone and Quad.
Simone said, you gave us your ass to kiss and we befriended Greg. So this is karma.
It's not her show. She was only on the show because Greg was a doctor.
Yeah.
See, I just hope they do something. I just hate to see Black people with that much venom. And the venom is real. They can't even sit outside for 5-10 minutes without a big old beef. It's horrible.
Yeah.
Horrible. And I'm telling you, y'all do what you want, but Quad isn't for the show.
No.
She's not married to medicine anymore. She's not.
And the ladies truly are starting to show or give her some sense that they are tired of the BS that she is bringing, the constant, perpetual begging, yet you don't hang out with us, yet you get mad at us because we start hanging out with Greg, who is married to medicine.
Right. And he was there from the beginning.
You can't win with Quad. You
can't win. But yet she bring this guy that's in trouble for stealing. I don't know what the ins and outs are, but he's mixed up in it somehow. I wonder, did he give her that Rolls Royce, or was it did he have the tags and stuff changed, the coding, had the car what they plastered over? Did he do that? I'm curious.
I'm curious.
I'm curious.
Actually, I'm trying to.
And now the people have a car missing. That's horrible.
Right. I'm trying to think if she claimed if it was a rental or not.
Well, no, because it was given to her as a gift on the show.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Right. Mm-hmm.
Also,
but this is what y'all choose to be with over Greg, and you want to make him out. A lot of people, even the watchers, want to make Greg out to be a mean doctor. I find him. I think of a man of his age and of his generation. I think he's great.
Yeah.
I do. I think he's great. And Sweet Tea is young. She married an older man. I would get along with him very well because I understand anybody in their 50s and 60s, even if they were in their mid 40s, could understand a man like Greg.
Sure.
She's young, but she's an old soul.
Yes.
And she loves him. And I'm always opposed to anyone that's always eager for a marriage to break up.
Yeah, honestly.
What's your marriage like if you're married? I'm for marriages. And at all costs, you made an oath. Try to make it work. That's what I feel. So, anything else?
One thing I would just like to highlight is
Let me say this. Okay. And another thing, I don't know if they showed it, but I'm going to mention it. When Greg said to King, he said to something, he says, no, I wasn't. What was it? He made a statement about, you didn't approach, I approached you or something like that.
Oh, okay.
I have to look at it again. It's been Sunday.
Right. However,
is today Tuesday?
Today is Tuesday.
Okay.
Some side notes that we wanted to talk about that wasn't quite related to what.
And remember, that's all we do. We don't go. We just go in and talk about the highlights for us. Mm-hmm. It's just too much to.
Yes.
And Baby Crone and I don't know how to get the transcript.
Yes.
So if you know, please let us know.
Please.
Thank you.
Thank you. Some side notes is that we noticed that Greg is always dressed nicely, very fashionable.
Very fashionable.
Yes, go Greg. Yes. And one thing is that I'm really honestly seeing that Sweet Tea, she said that the producers had created the space in the division between Greg and King. And the ladies are trying to make it look like that it was Greg that wanted this space. And I exactly saw that because Greg was put down in the basement when it was time for the guys and the producers.
And King, who's not even a doctor, is upstairs.
Yeah, but the producers are just like, there's some tension. So, we're just going to create some space for you guys. I'm like, oh my God, Sweet Tea is so right. The producers really are putting space between them.
Put them in the basement?
In the basement. What kind of treatment is that? Anyway, that was pretty much it for Married to Madison.
It just leaves me shaking my head. At least this week is the last week.
Yes.
I'm glad. I don't know what they're going to do. Apparently, the way it's starting to look like to me, and I got to say it's just starting to look like white people just love it. When black people are fighting and clawing and arguing and bitching each other out, it just seems like they love it. They laugh it up because if they didn't like it, they would change it.
Exactly.
And the show isn't doing good. Why? Because we are people of color saying this is outrageous. Mm-hmm. It is too much, even for us.
Yes.
I like a good beef, but I want y'all to get back together.
Exactly. We're all about love and peace over here.
I think a lot of people don't. I mean, it's starting to be that you actually you want people to choose and hate Craig.
Yes.
Why? What has he done? And he never told her to shut the F up. Mm-mm. What did he say? You have a big effing mouth. And they ran with that.
He did.
People
they ran with the restraining order, which wasn't even a thing.
People will run with something even though it's not true. Yes. They'll run from it. And even we talked about it. Mm-hmm. He never said that. But they want the drama.
Yeah,
and I feel as though just Quad. It's just so many of them I want gone. Please, Jackie, bye.
Yeah, everybody but Contessa and
Some I could tolerate.
I think only Contessa and Sweet Tea I want to see because they truly are.
I hope that Sweet Tea come back because it makes me sad to think that they won. Yes. I want her to come back. But if they could get rid of Heavenly and Jackie, who brings nothing.
Nothing, literally.
Not even a comment.
No.
She let that woman get ate up, and this is what she does. She helped people get, oh my God. I shouldn't feel this upset about it, but it's just to see melanated people filled with that much hate. It breaks my heart. It breaks my heart.
Right. Oh, it's also good to see that Sweet Tea and Simone really are truly close.
Yes. And I loved it when Dr. Contessa came on Sweet Tea's show and they talked about medical things. Yes. I love that. I love that Sweet Tea is about the medical part of it. I love the fact that her and Greg are trying to eat healthy because I think he's phase 2 diabetic, type 2 diabetic, and that he works on it for a man of his age, and that he had his doctor friend on there. Yeah. I love that she's about promoting that. She is about promoting health. And she said when she came on the show, that's what she thought it was going to be about. She didn't know all of this came with it. You know, and surely the days have changed since Mariah was on the show. And the show has gone down. To me, it's horrible. No new person they bring can ever stay. So I hope that even if she does leave, that they leave a window for Sweet Tea to come back. Yes. Because I do like her. I think she's a very attractive woman. I really do. I think that Quad is way older than her. How old is Quad?
Let's see.
Because this woman is 32 years old. She's young. She's beautiful. And she don't have it all together, but she's the first to admit it.
44, be 45 in May.
So she shouldn't even be around that. She shouldn't even be dealing with anything like that, actually. So this young girl, she's not a young girl, she's a young woman. And I think she needs to be respected. And y'all should take her under her wing, y'all wing, and guide her, understanding that all of you are doctors because you understand what she's going through.
Exactly.
And this is sad. Yeah. That's all I got for this. It's sad.
Stop tearing people down.
We'll let you know what we think on the last episode. But I do think change needs to be on this show.
It's time.
Right. However, when the new psychiatrist gave her opinion about everybody, I thought it was relatively okay.
Yeah. Do you want me to run through that? I did write down.
You can go through it.
Okay. So, hold on. It is in here. Oh, okay. Here we go. She said that Quad needs to take some time to heal. She said, Heavenly, open up your inner child, work with it and get to know it. She told Simone to be less rowdy. She told Toya that we don't need any more validation. She told T, tell us how to support you because we don't know how to. And she told Contessa to put her energy where it needs to be.
What'd she say about Dr. Jackie?
Oh, I think I missed Dr. Jackie.
Thanks. Well, with that being said, we hope you enjoyed this episode of our commentary on Married to Medicine, the reunion. This is reunion 2, and we'll be back, hopefully, to tell you about reunion number 3. And with that being said, we hope you enjoyed this. We really, really do. We just giving you our spin on the highlights that was highlighted for us. Before I sign out, is there anything else I want to mention? No, I don't. I think I got, yes, there's one thing. They said they did plan the meeting for the guy to meet for Dr. G and Dr. G and King to meet, but King never showed up. In other words, Dr. G, but King never showed up. Apparently, how interesting. But he was willing to do it. He's not a real person. I mean, he's real, but he's not authentic.
Yeah.
Clearly.
Clearly.
And with that being said, I have no beef with him, but once you start being a thief, I got an issue with it.
Yep, because a thief will steal anything.
And so I don't trust people that steal. Everything I say is allegedly, but that's what's on the market out there.
Mm-hmm.
It's out there. It's on all the shelves. You could see it.
Yep, just look it up.
Look it up. And with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this owl commentary. And if you did, please give us a thumbs up or leave a comment. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the Crones. Yes. We so appreciate it. Mm-hmm. We really, really do. And we want you to have a blessed and glorious day. And with that, you know what we say. Sunflowers.